everyone, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue the panning journey, this time with my lip service project pan update. So this is going to be the third update for this project. Last month, if you didn't catch it, make sure you go watch that. It was probably the most successful update I will have all year because I rolled out not one, not two, but 3 items. Like completely finished 3 items. So I was so excited. It's so good. This month, as I anticipated, it's a progress month. And that's okay because there are some items that we're getting so close on. So let's just dive right into it. Of course, details about the project down below. This is a PANtastic Ladies Collab, or you can also check out my intro where I explain all the rules for this rolling project. So the product I want to start us off today, of course, is the one that is on my lips right now with a gloss on top. And that, of course, is the Mary Kay. This is their lip liner in the shade Rose. So the color looks like this. This. So I actually really like this color. I like this one more than I enjoyed the light nude, which just seemed not quite the right color for me. And with my lip liners, I do tend to use them as an all over color rather than to line the lips to give them more like contour definition. So that's just how I use them. My goal, of course, for this item was to use it 10 times. I have now used it the 10 times. It was brand new when I rolled it into the project. You're going to see the lovely image of where we are now. But I do want to note that even though there is some really great progress, again, 10 uses, using it all over the lip to fill everything in, I had scrolled it all, like I pushed all the product up so I could take the progress photo. And as I scrolled the product back down, a significant amount of this broke off. Again, this is why you don't roll your lip liners up or all the way, but that defeats the purpose of progress pictures. Now, I was able to save it. It is back in here right now, but like this part, maybe to here-ish or so, that is kind of a broken piece I've shoved in there. It seems pretty stable, but just so you guys know, so that'll shape into one of my goals that I'll talk about once I've talked about the progress on everything. 10 uses this month means I have a total of 10 uses on this item, and that's kind of on track so far where I got to with the 21 uses I got on light nude. So I think we'll do a few more uses on it, I think, than light nude in comparison based on the progress so far, because again, light nude did literally break 3 times and I wasn't able to salvage that. But yeah, progress is progress. The second item I want to talk about is my Rimmel. This is the Kiss and Stay Lip Gloss Duo, where we have the color on one side, the gloss on the other. This has been in since the intro, and we'll start off with that color side. Again, it doesn't really settle very easily, but I store it this way, but there is obviously a little bit more product here, and it seems kind of thin on this particular side, right? So we can get some decent movement with the wand there. But where we can track the progress is on this side here. So I don't have one for the first month because there was another sticker over top of everything. But this is where we were for the last update, and this is where we got to now. Now, with 10 uses over the course of the last month, that brings me a total of 35 uses in the project thus far. And when I count a use, I mean both sides. I have used the gloss a couple times as well to top sometimes the lip liner. I do still think there is more of the gloss, like rather than the base color, but we're progressing through it, and it's still gonna take a little bit longer. Right? This is one of the products that I think if I reached for it a lot more consistently, because I do enjoy it, I would get much more use on it and get this out a little bit faster, which is obviously self-evident. But I do have some other products in here that I feel are just a little bit higher priority. So we're making good progress on this guy. Next up is my Maybelline Crayon. This one was in the shade I like to Mauve it. Mauve it? Depends how you pronounce it. It's one of those like blurring ones. So you have this side here to blur it out. I don't really use that side. But the base color looks like this. So a nice little crayon option. Kind of a nice neutral one. It glides on pretty nicely. I did get a total of 13 uses on it in the last month, which makes it a total project so far of 13 uses. With those 13 uses, that's actually pretty decent progress. I'm pleased with how far that went down with those 13 uses. And again, I think if I was able to really focus in on this one, like, we could really plow this one out, which is very, very exciting. There were times with some of these options. This one was one of them where it's like I kind of held back on this one a little bit because I did want to make sure I got at least 10 uses on everything I have in this project. But I also do have, if you've been catching my other project pans, I have one lip product in my Advent Calendar project pan and 2 lip products in This Is PANtasy, one with a goal or a usage goal, and the other one is to finish. So not only do I have the 6 items here, but those 3 items brings me to 9 lip products that I'm trying to use within the course of this project. So there's a little bit of some give and take. So right now I do want to get at least some consistent use on everything, but there are some things I am definitely much more heavily focused on than others. But this one, I'm pretty pleased so far, and it's a nice, good color for all of the time. All right, let's talk about my lip scents. So again, as you guys know from the intro of this project, this I treat as a 3-in-1 because I use all 3 of these items together. We have these 2 colors. We have Sassy Z is the more pink one and Praline Rose. And I have been going a little bit more on Sassy Z, right, layering this one up a little bit more because it's very appropriate for the springtime. But I do use all 3 of these together. I haven't used, for example, just 2 of them. It's always been the 3. Now, the unfortunate thing is for these items, like you can see it on these 2, I had knocked it over before I started filming. So I'm not actually able to make my progress line right now. I will throw up a picture so you can see where they actually are once these products resettle. Right now, they're kind of getting towards where I was last month, which were these lines here. But if we just focus on the gloss, because this one stayed nice and settled, I didn't knock this one over, you can see that progress. So this is where I was last month. This is where I am now. Slowly but steady. So these guys are definitely showing a little bit more progress. But again, I knocked it over. So once I get a picture up and these settle, we'll know where we're actually at. But apologies for not getting it on the video. I did only use these 10 times, and I am wanting to try to up my usage, especially, you know, because they're good for work. They're not, like, they're pretty long wearing. They stay pretty well on the lips. The color's pretty, just the application just isn't the funnest. So I would like to try to increase my usage on this a little bit because, again, the progress, based on at least the previous marks, right, they're consistent, but will I be able to finish that in the remainder of the year based on that progress? I am not sure, but I want to, because like I said in my intro, you know, these are quite old and they were expensive and I want to get them used up. So with 10 uses this month, that brings me to a total of 31 uses over the course of this project. So it is decent progress, but I would just like to see some more on these. Next up is my Sol de Janeiro. This is my lip balm, and I kind of get a lot of different types of uses on this item. So sometimes I'll use it like a very light layer just to try to provide a bit of hydration to my lips. So for example, when I'm starting to do my makeup routine, I just need a little something because they're feeling dry. Light layer on this, that's a good use. Sometimes I kind of layer it up a little bit to kind of build a little bit of this color, and that's a use. So my uses vary a lot on how much product I am using at a time. But guys, I used this 26 times over this last month. That's a total of 61 uses in this project. And that is all I've got left. That's rolled up, right, see, going down. That's all the way up. Oops, just don't want to break that there. But yeah, that is it. And I will be a little bit sad when it goes because I am enjoying it. A little bit of the texture on there from it melting and the temperature changes doesn't make it as enjoyable as it would have been otherwise, but I'm actually going to probably miss this item. The scent has definitely grown on me. When I first smelled it, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy that scent, but I do enjoy it, and I'm going to miss it. But yeah, when we scroll it all the way down, because it's always satisfying to see way down there. Oh, but yeah, 61 uses. So close to getting this balm done. And the last item I currently have in this project is another lipstick. This is the Rimmel one in Mauve Over. So you can see I had a color theme going on. I rolled this one in my last update as well. And this actually, I use almost like the balm, right? It is a nice hydrating lipstick. It's not very long lasting. So that balm usage type does seem to work. So I did get a total of 17 uses on it. Now that number may not be completely accurate because about a week and a half ago, I started taking it to work, throwing it in my pencil case so I could reapply it there and make more progress. And I hopefully have tracked them all. It may be slightly off. If it is, apologies. But the color... Right, this is the color here. It looks like this. And this is a lipstick like I used to love. Like this was like, oh, it was like my favorite lipstick to reach for. I loved the color. And the color is fine. Like, could even try to apply a little hit on top. I mean, I got something else on underneath. But like, it's a decent color. But then if I put too much of this on, the problem then becomes it looks bad. It looks kind of metallic-y and just... So I'm actually really wanting this thing to be done. And I have had it open for quite a while. So now let's talk about the progress. That's all I got left. That's everything. I'm not sure how we got to being on this kind of strange, awkward curve there, but it's about to be future Karina's problem to figure out how to get that on my lips. Now, again, I don't dig product out. I know there's going to be a fair amount probably still sitting at the bottom, but it just transfers so much. I don't think it would make a good cream blush, and even if it did, I've got cream blushes. I don't want those going bad. So I am getting so very close. You guys can see, like, there's the plastic right there. So when we're looking at that edge, right there really isn't much left in this particular lipstick. So again, 17 uses for the month, which is 17 uses for the project. So I'm getting really close. So then let's talk about some goals that I want to set for the month of April. Now, April, of course, is a very busy month for me work-wise. So trying to keep the lips nice and simple, kind of like how the eyeshadow is nice and simple. This is the Maybelline Socialite, which is in Project in Cream. It's great for those really quick, let's just get out the door makeup. And that's going to be reflected in my lip care as well. So the first goal that I want to set is kind of alluded to a little bit earlier with the Mary Kay liner. The part that it broke off, I want that finished. And I don't know, as I'm scrolling it up, how fully finished I'll be able to get it. I'm going to try to use up as much as I can, obviously. And I anticipate within the 10 uses that should be doable. But that's going to be a bit of a priority for me because when things break, that annoys me and it's frustrating. So that's the first goal I want to set. The second goal I want to set is actually, I think, for the Rimmel lipstick. So because the Sol de Janeiro Balm and this lipstick kind of serve that similar purpose for me, right? They're both hydrating the lips. I think I want to see if I can get this one done. And especially because it does get a little bit of that color payoff, as you guys can kind of see. Again, layered with the stuff I did previously with this guy. But then I can take it to work and hopefully have somewhat accurate tallies for you guys. And again, like this product is getting older and I don't think it's turning or turned, but I think it's probably getting closer to it because I have had it open for a little while. So this is going to be the second goal. Otherwise, the goal from there, I do want to use the rest of these items at least 10 times. Maybe I'll try to up the lip sense to at least 15 times to kind of escalate that progress just a little bit. Those are my goals. And hopefully, this will be an empty, which means I'll be able to roll in a new item for next month. And I actually kind of have an idea of what I would like to roll in because I do have another lipstick that's actually pretty close to being done. And it's nice and long wearing and color is a little bit darker. But might still be able to be fine for now, but that's kind of where my thinking thought is going. But that's only going to happen if I get this lipstick done. And again, just that. That's all. That's all I got. So we are so close. So close. But that is going to wrap up this update for us today. So this was lip service update number 3. So progressing on my lip products. We had 6 in. We still have 6 in, but we have 2 that are getting really, really close. So I'm excited to get some of these, again, finished off, bring some new stuff in, keep this thing going, and continue actually using up lip stuff, because using lip products up, to be fair, a lot of them had some really good progress to begin with. But even then, like, I'm just thrilled to be able to use up my lip products, because that's not really been something I've been good at. So thank you guys so much for joining me for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below with what your favorite lip product is that I'm panning, or what you guys are panning for your own lip products down below. And I will see you guys in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.